My Impact, Influence and Confidence programme is designed with talented women in mind to engage, inspire and build self-belief at work. For more information, go to bitfamous.co.uk. Hi, welcome back. This time on the Penny Haslam podcast, ding ding, who's on your bus? I love the bus. I remember getting on to a double-decker with my 3-4-year-old daughter and going upstairs and sitting at the front of the bus at the top. Oh, and I said to her, do you know what, darling? This is the best seat in the house. So, this is about who is there for you. Who's on your bus, right? Who is a good supporter of you? Who's on your supporters bus? So this is an idea that my mate Rachel Haslam, no relation. It's bizarre, isn't it? No relation, but just as fantastic. This is an idea that she shared with me about the people on your bus. Although she's from Lancashire, so she says buzz. I know. And she reckons that passengers who add nothing to your journey need booting off the bus. Now, you know the ones. You know them straight away. They might be that aunt who's a bit snippy with you. You think she should be on your bus because she's family, but no, she's a bit of a pain. Off the bus, thank you. Or a friend who you've had in your address book for years because you knew them at school, and you're loyally hanging on there, but they're failing you. They are failing to show up as a good friend. And frankly, it's just, there's not the chemistry anymore. Okay. There's not the chemistry, the biology, the GCSE maths. There's nothing there anymore. You probably should kick them off your bus. You might keep them in your address book, but there's no point thinking of them as being on your bus anymore. And that is hard. That is really hard. So I think Rachel was right about this. Thinking about who's with you. Are you with me? And if you're not with me, are you against me? Okay. So it's not good to be having people in your life who drain you. The friend who's a bit boring. The relative who's a bit sarcastic or a bit overfull of advice and lacking in support. The contact who you think you should be in touch with because maybe one day you'll sometimes do business with, who always sponges a coffee or a lunch off you and doesn't pay you back. The person who you like, you sort of want to be friends with, maybe at a networking or association sort of event, and you've seen them around a bit and you think, oh, you know what, they're kind of cool and they might be all right, but they never ask you about yourself. Never. So people like that, do not get the doors swung open for them on your bus. Don't invite them on. And then have a checkout on the bus and make sure everyone's got a valid ticket. Okay, this is really extending the analogy, isn't it? And make sure they've got a valid ticket. And if they haven't paid up recently, off the bus they go. Now, at times, I have had few people on the bus. I don't know why, just through circumstance, challenge, busyness, work, also child rearing. Oh, that's a killer, isn't it? You really do find out who is on your bus, though, at that point, and who needs to clear off, and you become a little bit more strict about it. So there have been times on the bus where I've looked back and thought, there's only about 4 people. That's a bit worrying. But it is a moving beast, literally a moving beast, but a moving number of people. So yeah, getting rid of people. You're the driver, of course. You are the driver of the bus. You absolutely decide who gets on and who needs to be kicked off. So I do love Rachel's idea, and there's nothing greater for your confidence than having a decent number of people on your bus. Now, they might not know they're on your bus, but you love them anyway. You know what I mean? They're just good for you. They make you feel psychologically safe. You can be yourself. You can be a different person on different days because that's what you need to do. You don't have to be consistent, and they'll still be there for you. I had a book launch a couple of years ago, getting on for a couple of years ago now, and which is a very, very terrifying moment for any author, really, because you've done a lot of private work, secret work, making this product. typing away. Then all of a sudden you have to put this product in the dazzling spotlight and get responses to it. And it's like a massive plaster being ripped off all of a sudden. So I was very cautious around this book launch and very worried that it would go, well, it would fail. It would go belly up. And it didn't. The bus was bulging that evening with 50 people who were all there because they rate me. They like what I do. And who am I not to share then with them what I was doing? And it was a nice, beautiful, beautiful time, I have to say. I was so humbled. And I know that's an easy thing for people to say sometimes. I was so humbled when I launched my amazing book. Its title is... But no, I was actually really humbled and just so grateful that people I don't necessarily hang out with a lot, I perhaps haven't seen them for a couple of years, they turned up. They were keen, they were smiling, they were interested. The people on my bus that night, well, we had a great time, I have to say. So it was a standing room situation. All right, that's enough of the bus analogy. So this week, think about who's on your bus. Do they need to be there? Do you like them being there? Are they good for you? And if they're not good for you on this really difficult and long, sometimes super challenging and sometimes amazingly fun journey, then you need to kick them off and freshen up the air a little bit. So there we go. Thanks to Rachel Haslam for that. Ding ding, all aboard. Would you like to receive my best advice to help you communicate with confidence? Why not sign up for my awesome email tips by going to pennyhaslam.co.uk/email. Thanks for listening. My third book is coming out in 2024. It's all about confidence at work and in life. And as you'd expect from me, there are lots of stories and ideas to help you build confidence, whether it's for yourself or for others. It might be colleagues, teammates, friends and family. Head to pennyhaslam.co.uk/confidence-book.